kill station. I was teaching a kids class yesterday, and I was telling them that this is fight training. It's not dance class. I said, some of your friends do dancing, right? And gymnastics. Some of your friends do basketball. I said, it's not basketball, it's not soccer. It's something that I'm learning every day. See, the movies and the stories and the legends, they cause us to focus on the glory of battle. We learn about the hero, who triumphs. And we strive for perfection in our training. You set a goal and you work towards it. But what you can't learn by watching, you can't learn this aspect of fighting by watching videotape of fights, of watching your coach explaining the move. There is a part of fighting you can't learn by watching, by looking. It's something you have to experience. It's something you have to go through. And that is fighting. Is going through the struggle. That's what the word fight means. Whether you're using it metaphorically, you're fighting to stay awake, you're fighting for your rights, you're fighting the good fight, or if you're actually, fighting in a cage, in a ring, in a sparring match, in Master Luki's League of Champions. It's tough. It's not easy that you're just going to beat everyone. And anything that comes by easy is not going to be as valuable as something that you have to really dig deep to get. So, like I said, I'm learning this on a daily basis because it's not something where I can tell you this, and now you know it. No, you don't know it. You don't know what I'm talking about. You can't It's literally impossible to know how to fight by being taught. I told my students, I can't teach you how to fight. I can only guide you that you learn from inside. I'm learning this on a daily basis. Because I made the choice, whether it was a long time ago as a star seed, before my soul entered this body, or whether it was at the end of 2012 when I left New York. I left my family behind, my kids that were depending on me. I went to California and I continued my medicine training for 4 months. I didn't see my kids for 4 months. And that cemented the place where I'm at now, which is dead broke with nothing. So I made that choice because as a strategy, I believed at the time, and I still do believe, that I'm not going to be able to get my kids back unless I become a millionaire. People who still to this day tell me to get a job, working for a paycheck. I don't think they understand that I would rather die. And that's not to say that I don't work hard and I don't know how to push myself to reach goals. And the only way that, I'm going to be able to prove that I'm right is by actually doing what I've set out to do. What I believe is my God-given mission, which is to build Master Luki's League of Champions. And it's so hard because if you think about fighting, who are the best fighters in the world? They're the professional mixed martial artists. I was having this discussion with my student yesterday. He said, is this stuff going to help me in the street? Training with Master Luki, because, I'm not going to be a professional fighter. But I want to know that what I'm doing is worthwhile. So I said, well, what do you think? If you had a street fight and you have a trained fighter on one side and you have somebody who's not a trained fighter on the other side, who do you think's going to win? I can only theorize, but I would put my money on the fighter. Now, I don't teach street fighting, and I don't really teach self-defense much. Mostly what I teach is sport fighting, and a particular type of sport fighting which is safer than, what's currently being thought of as sport fighting. And I unapologetically teach that. I don't teach weapons training except for some foam sword sparring. I don't teach multiple attackers. I teach this particular style of sport fighting which is safe. And I said, Uh, if you think that a professional fighter has a better chance of winning a street fight than somebody who's not trained, and by that same line of logic, you training as a professional fighter is better than not training. You know, it's better than not training if you're thinking about self-defense. You know? So, um, the the greatest fighters in the world are mixed martial arts fighters. Uh, they're boxers, they're wrestlers. You know, there's other martial arts, but in terms of what we can see people doing UFC fighting on each other, and that can be used. That can be, um, yeah, used as evidence, because somebody could say, "Oh no, you know, the military, the military is the greatest fighters in the world." But we don't really have video evidence of that. If they're doing fight to the death type stuff, where's the footage? I can see I can see fights on Friday and Saturday night, UFC style. So just using that as evidence, it would put the evidence more on the side of what I'm saying, which is that the best fighters in the world are professional mixed martial arts artists. This is what I'm fighting against as an energy. I'm literally going up against the greatest fighters in the world. In the marketplace, I have to sell myself. I have to sell my brand. I have to sell my product. Master Luki's League of Champions. And that's a battle for market share. And I'm fighting against the greatest fighters in the world. This is the ultimate battle of the little guy, David versus Goliath. I'm one little guy, and I'm going up against the behemoth that's as tall as a building and wide as a football field. It's a giant monster with horns. It kills people. People die doing professional fighting with head contact. They die in boxing. They die a little bit each time they do MMA. You see these guys over the years, their brains just aren't functioning as well as they used to. And this is while they're still young. Wait until the brain starts to go at a later age. You know, the first UFCs was in the 90s, the early 90s. That's only 20 years ago. Okay, so those guys, they didn't have a career as a fighter. They were more, you know, it was kind of like a spectacle, a freak show. Now we have athletes that are using scientific analysis of their performance, and they're developing programs to maximize that, and they're having multiple fights per year, and they're training a lot more specifically for this. So I think the second crop of fighters and the third crop of fighters, which some of them are still fighting. Diego Sanchez, he's not the same as he used to be, and he's still fighting. So what's going to happen to this next crop of fighters? Not that I'm wishing anything bad upon people, but I'm just saying, this is what I'm fighting against. I can't give up. I can't give up on my kids. I can't give up on myself, my dream, and I can't give up on the people who, if they continue or they start to do fighting as it is now, their life is in harm's way. And that's my responsibility as a man, as a leader, as a spiritual person, to do whatever I can and the other thing is the food system. I'm gonna make the cheese now. Um, that I've been working on this recipe for a while now, maybe a year, maybe 6 months, in this form. Just a quick backstory. I'll put the dehydrator in the background for this. So, if you don't know what a dehydrator is, that's this black box right here. Okay? I took pumpkin seeds and I soaked them to deactivate the enzyme inhibitors. Enzyme inhibitors is what causes the pumpkin seed to be able to survive in a dormant state for a year, approximately, till it can sprout into a new pumpkin plant. And if someone was to consume pumpkin seeds without soaking them, the enzyme inhibitors would cause incomplete digestion. Because enzymes are the spark that cause digestion and other, physical and chemical reactions. So, you can look that up online, look up enzyme inhibitors, look up soaking and sprouting pumpkin seeds. Now, I didn't allow them to go to a full sprout. All I did was soak them. Online says 8 hours is enough to deactivate the enzymes. So at this point, the pumpkin seeds have been soaked for 8 hours in pure water. You're going to get complete digestion out of that. All the minerals, all the vitamins, all the protein and fats are all 100% bioavailable. That was recommended to me by Steve in the chat, so thank you, Steve. Before that, I was working with this recipe and I was just using straight pumpkin seeds without soaking them. So, pumpkin seeds, they're known as the world's healthiest food. This recipe is the world's healthiest recipe. It's a cheddar style cheese, and my plan is to take Master Luki's League of Champions to the level of a worldwide mixed martial arts Olympics and create an event that is a weekly event on public, I guess television or internet. So it's like the Olympics every week, but it's a traveling tour where I'll be going to, let's see, 4 corners of the world. That's 4 weeks. 4 weeks in each corner, at least, or maybe 4 months or 3 months. I'll have to do 3 months in each corner of the world, so I'll get around the world once. And then for 3 months, I'll be in America. For 3 months, I'll be, in Europe. 3 months in Asia, and then maybe 3 months in South America. Maybe that's what I'll do. The plan, is as a general plan, but I'm still in my basement talking about it. And this is one of those moments when it's like I'm getting my ass kicked in a fight. I'm really getting my ass kicked. And it seems hopeless. And it's taking everything of myself to continue. But I know the only way that I'm able to do this is because of the training that I put myself through that's taught me how to dig deep, how to fight even when it looks hopeless. And it's possible that even with fitness alone, a person can be a great fighter. But there's a science to performance that's having to do with fitness and nutrition. So the aspect of nutrition is what I believe gives me the edge as a natural athlete. So I don't do any drugs. I don't do any supplements. The things that I do take are food based. So the drugs that I take is medical marijuana, and I do that periodically when I'm not fasting. I started fasting, so I've taken my last dose of medical marijuana today. But I'm not eating anymore, so I'm not going to be eating even that. For my symptoms of anxiety and depression due to mild traumatic brain injury, I take a medical grade food, which is a lion's mane mushroom that's been powdered. Got that from Amazon. I put that in my tea. Yerba mate. So as a natural athlete, meaning you don't do any performance enhancing drugs, and as an entrepreneur also, you see a lot of these motivational speakers on YouTube, men, I can tell that they're on hormone replacement therapy. So you get these guys like Andy Frisella, who's selling whey protein, pre-workouts, and other fitness, fitness genre supplements. He calls it First Form. He's a millionaire. He is obviously on things other than his product. And he is one of many motivational speakers on YouTube as an entrepreneur, talking about hustle, talking about hard work, talking about every day pushing yourself, And while those may be valid points, it's obvious to me that a lot of this motivation and energy and drive is actually synthetic. God doesn't want you to become a millionaire selling whey protein, because that industry is very toxic. First of all, you have insulin growth factor, which does cause people to bulk up, but it also causes thickness of the connective tissue. And that's the beginning of cancer. Insulin growth factor is a major contributor to cancer, and that's in all dairy products. You also have the animal farming industry, which is the #1 cause of environmental destruction and pollution of the soil, of the air, of the water, of the whole planet. So Andy Frisella is all juiced up on synthetic chemicals and making millions, causing harm, and then going on YouTube to motivate people about doing stuff like that. What's up, Scotty? I'm about to make the my cheese, but I guess I'm taking the beginning of this stream to clarify my mission for you, for me. Sometimes it helps to say these things out loud, make it more real. I've been having a tough time this winter. I told myself last winter was going to be the last winter I was going to stay in this basement. There's no air circulation. I know you've been down here, Scotty. We had that when I first moved in years ago. There was that layer of concrete dust, and I've been here for years. I probably breathed all that shit in, and last winter I got the seasonal affective disorder. No doubt in my mind, this basement was not the total cause, but a major cause of that. And this winter, it's been really bad again. More so than last year. I can tell you that mentally, it's affected me much, much more. And I don't know, if I can make it another year. This is the first year when I actually lost hope. It's been tough, but over the last week or two, when I got sick, for a few reasons, I think the pine oil caused a weakening of my system. That was the parasite flush that I did, and I didn't rest after that. That's the type of thing I probably should have rested for a week or two. So I had that. I had the almond overdose pretty much 3 days after that. If I calculate, it was very close soon after that. And then because I've been straight fasting so much lately, my system is in a sensitive spot. So I think those two things caused my body to become run down, that I got sick. And then, we're all adults here. I ejaculated on New Year's Eve, and for 3 days after that, I couldn't stop weeping about the loss of my children and the hopelessness of, you know, being in the same spot basically that I was last year. So I had to say to myself that this is what fighting is about. Fighting is not about winning with one punch. Real fighting is how long can you be on the brink of defeat? How long can you hang off of a cliff? That's what fighting is. Fighting is not pulling yourself off the edge of the cliff, because then the fight's over. So I'm hanging by a thread. Scotty, you were one of the first people to become involved with the League of Champions, so I'm glad you're still here. You know, I can't see how this is all going to work out. I just have to keep the faith and keep trying and keep taking these steps whatever I can. You know, how am I going to build a league for MMA? How am I going to do that? The only thing I can think of is by videotaping me fighting people. And what do I do after that? I got to get sponsors to pay me and the guys, so we're actually fighting for money. And I have to get a cut as the fighter. I also have to get a cut as the promoter, and then put that money back into the league to make the events bigger, so that I'm continuously getting more and more money as a promoter. And just to go back into the cheese, that's another battle that I'm waging, which is against the junk food industry. And that's connected to the pharmaceutical industry. And they kill people. They literally kill people with junk food and iatrogenic illness. Iatrogenic meaning it's actually caused by the doctors. So that's all botched surgeries, that's all unnecessary surgeries and treatments, like what they did to my grandma, what they did to people with the ventilators. I'll go into the cheese right now, Matt. So basically, what I just said before was I was using the pumpkin seeds straight out of the box. I have since soaked them for 8 hours to deactivate the enzyme inhibitors and make them optimally digestible. The enzyme inhibitors cause the seed to hibernate so that it can sprout next year. But then if you eat the pumpkin seeds without deactivating those enzyme inhibitors, you're not going to get complete digestion, because enzymes are important in digestion. Okay, so I soaked the pumpkin seeds, but what happened was, when I made the recipe with soaked pumpkin seeds, the cheese became too creamy, and I could tell that the consistency wasn't what I was looking for. So the first recipe, where the pumpkin seeds were just straight out of the box, the cheese was a cheddar. Now, if you take a block of cheddar, you can bend it, but if you take cream cheese, you can't bend it. Okay, so that's the difference there, which is the huge difference for a product. It's totally changed the product from what I had originally, which was a cheddar, and then it changed it into a cream cheese, which a cream cheese is a fine product, but that's not what I want. I want the cheddar. I want you to be able to take it out of the package, hold it in your hand, take a bite out of it, or put it on a block and cut slices of it. That when you cut the slice is going to be, yeah, the slice. That's what I'm looking for. So I soaked them, and then I dehydrated them, which this is my yeah, cheese it spread. That might be a good product. But Scotty, you've known me for years. You were around for the Dino scales, which was my first commercial product here. I made this little rack for the health food store, and I put the Dino scales. I hung them off this in bags. So this was my first commercial product. $1.99. I think it was a 3.3 ounce bag. So it's a bag like this. Okay. Dino scales. I soaked the pumpkin seeds in a salty water. So you got pure water. I got Celtic salt. Soaked them, dehydrated them. They become crunchy again, but now they got that salt water inside that's been dehydrated. So it tasted like a protein popcorn. Literally tasted like popcorn, but not exactly. And it was protein instead of starch. Amazing recipe. I ate these for, I can't remember, it was either 18 or 28. I want to say somewhere between maybe 22, 23. That's all I ate for weeks. About 3 or 4 weeks. All I ate was these pumpkin seeds. And that was my first commercial recipe. So now I've turned it into a cheese. I'm calling it Dino cheese. So I'm taking these, I'm literally taking activated pumpkin seeds. Okay, so they're going to come out of here. And then I'm going to make my cheese out of it. Okay, so let me just, before I do that, I'm just going to finish mixing my tea here. Got some salt. Got some honey. Okay. Mix that up. Okay, I could actually turn this off. Because they're dehydrated already. Okay. Got my blender. Okay. one under. Okay. Is that it? Yep. Alright. So I'm not going to use all of this right now. We got over 6 cups. Okay. So let me just think for a minute. Because wash my hands. I gotta think. Okay, so let me go back to my recipe book. And let's see. The last recipe was 4 cups pumpkin seeds, half cup chia, quarter cup apple cider vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of salt. So I guess that's what I'll go with. I'll just go with what's here, 4 cups of that. And we just gotta try it. Let's see, because we got 6 cups in the blender. So okay. We got 6 cups in the blender already. So that's what we gotta work with. Put this over here. Okay, so chia is right there. Okay. So this is 2 cups. So now we got 4 cups in here. Four cups, okay? 4 cups pumpkin seed. Half cup chia. Alright, now this is chia that's been soaked also. It's not dehydrated though. So where's my half cup? It's my half cup measure. Okay. Spatula. I feel like maybe I should have put the chia between the pumpkin seeds. Because I know that shit's gonna stick. To the tamper. Alright, another recipe where you literally cannot use any other piece of equipment besides the Vitamix. There's no blender that will do this. No blender will be able to do what I'm about to do. Celtic, set a tablespoon. Got the fine ground. And then quarter cup apple cider vinegar, right? Just make sure. Quarter cup. Alright, moment of truth. Ribbit. I think I like what I'm seeing so far, but this is a problem because the problem is that there's not enough material for me to push down. Because this new fucking Vitamix design is too wide, in my opinion, and not tall enough like the old design. It smells good though. It smells real good. I like the old design better. I think what they did was they made it shorter so it could fit in people's cupboards. You see how it's mixed down here, but it's not mixed up here? That's not good. Not good at all. I shouldn't have to do this. mixed by hand. This is bullshit. However, I am liking the consistency, what I'm seeing right now. It's very gummy. So the recipe's good. I just have to do more at once. So I'll put the measurements, in a calculator. So if it was 4 cups pumpkin seeds and a half cup chia, maybe I'll do 6 cups pumpkin seeds and 3/4 cup chia, something like that. I like what I see. Some type of oil's been released. I don't know if that's good. Hold on. Okay. Let me put this in a mold. Alright, so I think this is going to be a good recipe. I mean, it's been a good recipe, but I'm saying I think the way that I just did it, in terms of using the dehydrated pumpkin seeds, I think this is the one. There's a couple like whole pumpkin seeds in there. I'm just trying to scoop around them. But the consistency looks good. It's sticky like cheese. Real sticky. Okay. Maybe if I use a spatula. There we go. Okay. So this goes over. This goes over that. I'm going to put it on a plate. Put it in the fridge. So that one's going out to Alex Broches on Instagram. It looks like I got enough for another one. So that was 4 cups pumpkin seed. It made 2 cheeses. So if I wanted to do nutritional facts based on that, we could figure out how much protein and all that. So this one before I send Alex's cheese out, I'll just use this one as a tester to make sure that, it's good, I guess. Texture-wise and stuff like that. Because the only thing that's bothering me right now is that it looks like there's an oil that's been released. And I don't know if that's because I didn't put enough water or too much water or what. But maybe I need more chia. You know what I'll do? I'll try this again. Try this again next time. I'll put more chia in. Okay, that's going in the fridge. Okay. Now, I'll do one more thing on cam here. We're in the stream. Let's see. What I'll do. Any comments? What's up, Londos? Okay, so let's see. First thing I'm gonna do, because I am gonna soak the rest of these pumpkin seeds. But I have to get more water. I gotta go to CVS and get more water right now. So I can't do that right now. But what I can do, I'll just do one more thing. I'm gonna take this kitchen scale. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta find my little baggies that I use. Let's see. Let me unplug this because I'm not gonna use it anymore today. somewhere. In here. Shoot. I think... Wait, I know where they are. Ribbit. Here we go. Found them. Okay, and got these labels. So let's see. Do I have labels? Shoot. Here we go. Got a couple. Shit. It's getting light. 30 grams of protein. Okay, so what I have to do, do a little math here. I don't know what Lindbergh cheese is, Londos. Are you making a joke? Are you trolling me because you want me to react to you talking about junk food? You want my attention, so you just trying to get negative attention by teasing me about fucking dairy that causes disease? Are you trying to tease me because you want me to react? I'll take you down, buddy. I'll take you down quick. You can't tease me. How much? You know why you can't tease me? Because I'm powered by Dino cheese. You think I do this shit because I'm fucking not trying to perform to my best? If I actually thought that dairy was going to help me in a fight, I would do it. Just so happens that it doesn't. It's just scientific that the healthiest thing for me is also the healthiest thing for the planet. And the worst thing for the planet, animal agriculture, is also the worst thing for killing people, heart disease being the number one cause of death. So dairy causes heart disease, and so does eating animal flesh, and also causes cancer. Okay? So I choose Dino cheese for a reason, bro. How much protein is in pumpkin seeds? 12 grams of protein is in 1 cup. Really? Top 11 science-based health benefits of pumpkin seeds. 1 ounce has 7 grams of protein. Okay. So now, if I wrote 30 grams of protein on this, we got to do math. So let me get out the calculator. 7, so I got to do 30 divided by 7 equals 4.28. So I have to fit 4.25 ounces of pumpkin seeds. Okay? In this bag. So maybe I didn't do my math properly. Let's see. Where's my other camera stand here? Okay. Just gotta rotate this shit. Alright. How's that? On. Okay, what did I say? 4.25? This is pounds. The fuck? Ounces. 2. Okay, so that's 2. 2 ounces right there. Damn, I gotta fill this thing all the way up. To get those. Holy. This thing's not gonna close. Three and a half. Really? Damn, bro. I can't fit another half ounce in here. It's not closing. It's literally as packed as I can get it in. It doesn't close. Almost. 5 seeds I gotta fucking squeeze out of this shit. Come on, man. Work with me, man. Alright, this is it. Packed to the brim. Can't fit any more in there. Shit, it's opening. You motherfucker. Alright. Nope. Is that opening? Okay. Gee whiz. 4 ounces. Fuck. My math is off. It's gotta be my math or something. Hold on. $30 of protein. Okay, so I did write that. But why? 7.28 ounce. Okay. Let's go back. How much protein is in activated? Maybe it's more inactivated pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds contain 21 grams or more of protein per cup. Okay. Same one. Pumpkin seed nutritional facts. Quick start guides to nuts and seeds. Harvard Health. Okay. Fat and calorie content. Chia. Seeds. Pumpkin seeds. Per ounce roasted and unsalted. Wow. There's more protein if it's roasted. 8.5 grams. 8.5 times 4. 4 ounces is 32. See, this says there's 8.5 grams of protein in 1 ounce. Sprouted pumpkin seeds. Oh, let's see this. Because that's what I got. Top 10 reasons sprouted for better nutrient absorption. Pumpkin seeds are a nutritional powerhouse, and the process of sprouting helps unlock those nutrients so your body can better absorb them. Soaking and sprouting seeds mimics the germination process, which breaks down phytic acid and increases the bioavailability of the seed's beneficial nutrients. A quarter cup of sprouted pumpkin seeds contains 9 grams of plant-based protein. All right, what's a quarter cup though, as far as ounces goes? How many ounces in a cup? One cup is 8 ounces. So a quarter cup is 2 ounces. So in 2 ounces, you're getting 9 grams of protein. So I have 4 ounces. That's only 18 grams. But my math is off on this. All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to be selling Dino scales with this label. But it doesn't matter because I'm only soaking the pumpkin seeds right now for the purposes of making Dino cheese. So I guess it doesn't even matter. But if I have 2 cups of pumpkin seeds in each cheese that I made, each cheese wheel, we have quarter cup times 4 is 36 times 2, 72 grams of protein in that cheese there. I think that's a lot. How much protein is in chicken? Two cups of chicken is 76. 76 grams of protein in a chicken, plus all the disease that you get out of it. My cheese, 72 grams, so you're only missing out on 4 grams. That's 4 grams of viruses in the chicken. Dino wins. Let's leave that there. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'll go to CVS, I'll get water, and then I'll come back and soak some more pumpkin seeds to make more cheese. The next time I make it, which, let's see, 8 hours soaking and then dehydrating till tomorrow. So I'll be able to make it again tomorrow. And I'll make it with more chia. So here's my recipe. from today, and followed this one. 4 cups pumpkin, half cup chia soaked. So this dehydrated, that's soaked. Quarter cup apple cider vinegar, and 1 tablespoon salt. So I'm going to leave this out and then see how it tastes, taste-wise. Anything else? Let me go do that now because I gotta wait 8 hours, let it soak. So it's noon now. That's 8 p.m., which is what I'm working till later at the gym. So then I'll be able to put the pumpkin seeds in the dehydrator overnight and make the next batch of cheese tomorrow after my morning class. And that's that. The other thing I gotta do is figure out how to finish my next book, The Living Phoenix. So this is all about comboing moves. Yeah, just thinking out loud. I have a student who's getting ready to test, so that's what I gotta do. I gotta figure out how to test this gentleman for his next belt, which I've got my new planner here. I like these thin pens. This is a ultrafine 0.5, I guess, millimeters. 0.5 millimeter point tip. Today's Wednesday. We're gonna put Living Phoenix book / test. Alright, so basically his test is going to be this part right here where it says build your own. You see, you could build a really big combo. Official regulation. Ooh, interesting. See, this is the book I need to finish that I can go to do seminars. Official regulation. No head contact, no finishing. Power hold for XP. Tap out equals stop. Stop action, stop time, and then restart or adjust. Okay, unbeatable in its environment. The art's really shitty, but it's code name. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream for now. If I think of something else, I'll come back on. If you have any questions, go to masterluki.com. Check out my new header, Health Coach 24/7. Okay, blog, MMA. Okay, live food. Dino cheese. Okay, about. Contact. Scroll down even further. Look, mailing address, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You know what? I might take this part out here. I don't know. Just go straight to this. Donate. Maybe I'll put this at the bottom. I don't know. All right, I'm over and out.